Yes, sir, indeedy.
Did we actually get that host started right? Yeah, pull your computer up real quick so I can get the voices.
Yes, sir, indeedy.
Kari, go ahead.
Test.
Let me see.
Get me right.
Yes, sir.
Say it again, Kari.
Get me right, get me tight. Get me right.
Yeah, we
Right,
good.
get
What
me
about?
tight.
All right, go ahead, Hop.
Hold up. Nah, don't try and turn me down now.
No, I'm not turning you down, bro.
That boy
Do it again.
Up. Yes, sir.
Bring it up. Hold on, Mike.
Yes, sir. Oh, that boy clear.
Yeah, like.
Let it breathe.
Yeah. Let me get this.
What's free?
Song of the week.
You're going far.
You've gone far enough.
You're going far with
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Yeah. Good morning. Yeah, messed up. Good morning, y'all. What's going on? Rise and grind. Welcome to episode 12, right? 12? Episode 12. It
Right.
is Roderick.
Your boy Chef, I'll be checking in.
Kari in the building.
Yeah, man. And we had a more interesting week in hip hop this week.
Very eventful.
We had more albums drop. I think last time we just had Glock's album. This one we had 5 different albums drop. I didn't get to listen to every single one. I didn't get to finish Earl Sweatshirts.
I ain't gonna start that one, to be honest.
But yeah, big albums at the beginning of the week. Jid, JID, GD Jid, whatever. Yeah, DiCaprio too. The follow up to his mixtape DiCaprio dropped, and I saw mixed reviews on it.
It's a great album to me.
How do you how do y'all feel about it?
It's a good album. It has a different vibe than what people are accustomed to in this day and age.
Yeah.
So the people that are having the bad reviews might be younger, or like the younger vibe or the newer music that's coming out. But he kind of mixed it, and it has kind of like I don't want to say a jazz type vibe, but
No, it does. No, not a jazzy, but yeah, kind of, yeah.
A smooth, yeah. So,
like a
and
cool
I really like
vibe.
that, yeah. So, in my opinion, this is my first time really listening to a Jid album all the way through and really analyzing it. It was pretty good to me.
Kari?
It was a good album as well. Very well put together as far as production, features, all that. I like the skits and some of the songs. The one working out is a skit at the end. Old dude was telling a joke about J. Cole.
Yeah.
Say he looked like he be borrowing charges.
You get that 10%.
I like it, bro. The features is nice. I really love the song with Method Man and Joey Badass.
Yeah, I do like the Method Man
that
feature.
one, bro. But yeah, it was pretty good. I think it was a good little first taste of Jid.
Yeah.
A good rollout album, whatever you want to call it.
Is this his first album?
Nah, it's like his first light.
Oh, well,
it's like his first
DiCaprio
step into the mainstream.
Yeah.
But I just had to check online just because Hoppy said he's different for this day and age.
Right.
I didn't even realize because he looks young. He's 28.
For real?
Yeah. And another thing that I just saw when I was looking here, I did remember that before, but he was actually set to go on tour, but it was canceled because he was on Mac Miller's tour. Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't even. I forgot about it. I knew that because I saw Mac Miller's lineup, but he had Thundercat on there and a bunch of other people. But I like the album. I like Conscious albums, number one, but I feel like how many people do you think are in the mainstream right now making conscious music?
It might be a handful. I'd give maybe 5.
Cole, Kendrick. In the light.
Meek.
Would you say? Are you saying Meek makes that kind of music?
He's starting to after we review this next album.
All right. I'll say Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else we got?
Because I feel like honestly it's to the point where I love that style of music. It's my favorite. It's what we grew up on. But I'm starting to grow on the other styles of music because it's like this is almost like taboo at this point. Like you don't hear this at like it's not popular anymore.
But that also makes me appreciate it more when it.
Would y'all give
these
us
rappers do come out? Yeah, maybe.
What'd you say?
Rick Ross?
Kind of.
Like a streets.
Yeah. Him and Jeezy, I say.
Yeah.
Well, but
So
Jeezy's not like in that light anymore, I guess.
Right, so those are we named about 4 or 5, so it's only about 4 or 5 in the game out of 100,000.
I'm sure it's something that we can't really think
Yeah,
of.
we're missing.
Right,
So
we might be missing a couple.
But like I was saying, like you said, it's kind of like a taboo now. I feel like that makes it better when these artists drop those type of tracks and those type of albums. It really makes you appreciate it more. And it really
I'm glad you have
makes
that right there.
Appreciate them as an artist as well.
More respected.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, but I would say like I would definitely tell people to go ahead and cop that album. That's a great album.
Right.
And you don't have to. I don't think you have to listen to any past projects
to get a good
from
feel.
Jit to listen to that. Like that's great.
Yeah, but I feel like once you do listen to this one, you gotta go back and listen to the last one. I forget the name of it.
Just to compare the difference.
I forgot. It's black. It's like it's got a black cover with
It's like black and yellow. I can't even think of it.
I got you. Hold on.
You would really just have to click on it right there.
Oh yeah.
And you're still not.
What for?
Man, I can't think of it. Man.
See this?
I literally just recently downloaded it because I just started listening to him right there.
The Never Story.
The Never Story. Yeah.
I haven't heard.
I feel like once you play DiCaprio, go back and listen to that one. You really gonna like Jid as an artist.
Next album up on Friday. Well, that one actually dropped. What that dropped Monday night or Tuesday?
Which one? Jid?
Everything.
It was Monday.
Yeah, the Monday night. Those Friday albums drop Thursday night. I don't care what people say.
Right.
The next album was Meek Mill's Championship, and I think whether this was the best album of the week or not, I do believe it was the biggest album of the week.
Most
just because,
anticipated.
just not only because it's Meek Mill's a big artist, but this is his first album back out of prison, and it's like it was to the point where like I don't know if they were hyping him up, but it was to a point where like Meek Mill had like I guess it was almost like something to prove.
Yeah, he had the stage, and you also got the Drake feature, and you also got
everything lined up for him. Everything lined up for Meek Mill from the point he was released from prison.
Promo, everything.
He had video circulating on
like
Twitter.
I will say, like, if this is a comeback story, like his rollout for this album is great. Like,
he did a well job. Yeah.
And he let it and it actually rang for a really long time because that Dangerous with Jeremiah and who else was that? Was that Ty or who else was on that?
P&B Rock.
P&B,
yeah.
I'm tripping, but that hit for a long time. I don't know if y'all are listening to any radio, but that still rings on the radio. Like, it still plays.
Wow.
But I thought it was great. What's one of y'all's favorite? Like, what's y'all's tracks? Like,
favorite tracks?
Yeah. Well, before I say that, did y'all like the album? Did you was you fucking with?
Yeah, it was cool.
It gives us I don't want to say a different Meek, but you still always got the people say he hollering.
No, a different. Yeah, it's a different Meek.
But it's a more conscious Meek.
It's not a lot of the screaming. Like not screaming, but like he usually has a high pitch.
High pitch, yeah. He's stressing the point in his other raps. In this one, he kind of just letting it flow in and letting it do his thing. I think it's a good sound for him. He's trying to use what he went through with going to prison as a light and an understanding on what's really going on in the world these days. And this album really puts it together. And of course, you still got your bangers, that you're gonna bob your head to. And then there's a majority of the songs you actually need to listen to the lyrics and break down what he's saying.
Right.
Corey? So what's your favorite thing, Hop? Or
what's free?
What's free? Ross and Jay.
Me too.
That's one of my favorites. I feel like he came in hard on the intro.
Oh yeah.
Doubt. Trauma goes hard.
Yep.
I like Oodles and Noodles Babies though.
Me too.
That John E.
I like the LMA feature.
I was just finna say.
Yeah, I know he dropped Oodles and Noodles before he dropped the album. Right? Yeah, we talked about that the other day.
Yeah,
last week. Cold Hearted Part 2 was good.
Respect the Game. I think I like that one too.
100 Summers. I like the 100 Summers. That's one of my favorites on there. 100 Summers and What's Free is my favorite. But to be completely honest, I don't know if it's the same with y'all. Like, What's Free is my favorite because of Jay-Z. Jay-Z stole the show, and Jay-Z had the most controversial verse.
I can pull up the lyrics.
Yeah, just pull up the Kanye. What people believe to be a Kanye shot is not a Kanye shot.
Nah, it is.
It is, but not
It's not negative.
I'm
gonna say it's not negative.
Right. It's just rap.
Cause I'll bring this up after we talk about his verse. But where is it? Dang.
So yeah, you gonna get to it?
You tell me.
Last one, right? It's right there.
It's right there.
All right.
That's the Billboard line.
Yeah.
Right there.
Huh? You got it. Popcorn.
Yeah.
What's free?
Now I'm trying to find it.
My wife is up. I mean, my spouse is up.
Nah, bro, this isn't the line.
I tried to tell you.
Keep looking.
He got go the other way. He got the last line.
Man, I don't know where you.
Well, while you look for that, I was gonna say, with the whole finding Jay-Z and Kanye verse controversial, because aren't they been playing with the idea of dropping a throne too?
Yeah, but
I feel like that's been more of a like publicity thing, like Twitter thing.
Okay.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
Right.
I would be surprised though if it came out anytime soon.
Right.
Cause Jay-Z also tweeted just to clear up all the confusion, saying that it wasn't a shot or anything like that. Even though he still
said, "Yeah, don't put me." He was like, "Don't pit me against my brother." Yeah,
it's a red hat difference.
The red hat difference, yeah.
All right, the line was, "You run up a check, but they never give you leverage. No red hat. Don't Michael and Prince me and Ye. They separate you when you got Michael and Prince's DNA.
Yeah.
I ain't one of you. I ain't one of these house niggas you bought. My house is like a resort. My house bigger than yours.
My spouse. Ooh.
My spouse. Come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
That was really disrespectful.
Hey, call it how it is.
We.
That was pretty disrespectful.
Come on, man. Morale betted, of course.
He said my spouse.
Come on, man.
Was that a direct Kim Kardashian thing?
Yeah, without a doubt.
That was
He don't like that hoe.
That was pretty disrespectful.
Bro, the last couple lines are kind of my favorite too. He was like, send an order through a hands-free, kill you in 24 hours or shorter. You can't ignore the hand speed. On God, it's off the head. It's improv, but it's no comedy. And then like a play on words of Seinfeld. You know, he was like, sign I fail. Hell nah, like that shit went hard.
Yeah.
That was hard, bro. I was like, Jay really like the greatest. I swear to God.
Definitely
the real king of New York.
The most consistent rapper, bro, I've ever listened to.
I definitely will say he's the best rapper of this generation,
without a doubt.
People have been giving him a lot of beef on Twitter, just saying that he's always downplaying and always dogging people in their way. I was like, bro,
he's the father of the generation. Like, and I even like, I go back and forth. Like, I even say like, cause you know sometimes I say like Kanye the greatest. Like,
right.
I think that like when I do that, like I've figured that I need to separate that because Kanye has some of the greatest bars I've heard. But like it's Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z's the greatest rapper of his generation, and I put like Kanye in like a like artist, like greatest artist.
Right.
Like they separated, but Jay is like, yo, as it comes to rapping.
So you giving it to Jay over Wayne?
Yeah. Wayne has his own different style, and Wayne is like a self-proclaimed greatest rapper alive. Like he started saying that about himself. He started saying that. I think he's. Go ahead, Corey.
No, like comparing those two as far as like just lyricism, I feel like Wayne has it just on like the wordplay, you know, the creativity.
Right.
But Jay, when it comes to just bars and just like saying words that make you think and be like, oh my God,
killer.
like it's just there's no comparison.
Yeah, like and that's what Corey says, like absolutely right. When it comes to wordplay, I always say Nicki Minaj was good at it too. But like when it comes to wordplay, Lil Wayne is like he takes the cake. Like he's the best with wordplay. Like that 07 to like 07 to 2010 era. Like his wordplay was just like ridiculous. But Jay's just overall like better rapper.
I could do that. I could respect that. Definitely.
But yeah, I definitely think this was my favorite album of the weekend or the week, whatever you want to say.
Definitely go listen to it. Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Would y'all say that this your favorite Meek tape to this point?
I have to pull up all the music.
I'm trying to see what I got.
Wins and Losses. His last album was great.
Yeah.
That was really great. But this one had.
I used to mess with his Dream Chaser tapes way back in the day. So like, I don't know. It's really hard for me to say. I'm not even that big of a Meek fan to say like
DC4 was good.
My favorite.
I didn't give the. Was DC4? Was that an album or a mixtape?
Album.
I didn't listen to the Dreams Worth More Than Money a whole lot just because that's when the whole Drake thing happened and I took a side. But
Rico.
Yeah, but Wins and Losses was great. Like Save Me, I promise that's probably my favorite Meek Mill song all time. Like it's one of my favorite songs. But
Dreams Worth More Than Money.
We Ball with Thug.
Yeah. He got the what song was that on this one? The Girl As Long As You.
With Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Whatever You Need.
Was that on Wins and Losses? Yep. But this one's got more hits, I believe.
This could be in debate for one of his best albums. This could be in debate for it.
Oh, and that's something I was gonna say about Drake when we'll get to Drake later. But the next album up that dropped, it kind of dropped in the middle of the week.
Got leaked, then dropped.
Yeah, 6ix9ine's album just after we. It happened in the midst of the beginning of the week. 6ix9ine's album Dummy Boy had been leaked, and after that, I think he actually was dropped from his label. I'm not 100% sure, but he was with 10,000 Projects. That's the same label that him and Trippie Redd was signed to. This isn't a 10,000 Records project. This is just Scumbag Records. And I did see that they released that album. Like that, they said this was a Tekashi 6ix9ine thing that he wanted to release it. This had nothing to do with his label that he wanted it put out, so it was put out. So, because I told you guys last week that I did believe his album his label held that album up.
Right, and we had talked about it whenever it got leaked and everything. The album was decent. But it was decent because of the features. He only has one solo song out of 13 on the album. Yeah, out of the whole album. And I mean, I really listened to it for the features. The feature with Lil Baby 8, Nicki Minaj, Kanye joint, Mama 8, A Boogie, the other Kanye joint, Gunna.
Yeah, the Kanga, the Kanga was my favorite one.
And like after the feature did they thing, I cut it off.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj, I thought that like it would have sold way. Well, now I'm gonna get to the numbers in a second because from what they saying, the numbers are nuts.
Oh, most definitely.
But I already knew the numbers were gonna be crazy just because he had 2 Nicki Minaj features like on 2 different songs, and he had 2 Kanye features.
Joints. Right.
And that was for like that's good promo. And I already saw the Scott Storches that he had. I think he had one was A Boogie, I think, and the other one was
you got
Lil Baby, the TikTok,
the baby,
and those was ringing on Instagram and Twitter.
Yep.
So I knew it was gonna go up, but I think it was good because of the features, but. That's 6ix9ine. I knew it was gonna be stacked full of features anyway.
Right. What he did was smart because his album was gonna do numbers regardless, and nobody can ever take that away, regardless of if it has features or not.
Yeah, Kari
didn't get to it, so don't really care. I know I said last week I was gonna listen to it, and I was kind of not really excited. I just wanted to hear it, but I actually forgot about it once they pulled it. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not worried about it then. I remember, like you said, they eventually said it like Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember like that they was dropping or whatever. But yeah, I just didn't get to it.
Yeah,
I really don't care. I'll probably listen to it later. But like, I'm done with 6ix9ine, bro. Like,
he done with himself too.
Yeah, I'm over it at this point. I tried to give it a little hype just because we had to talk about it every week, but like I don't care no more.
And what I was gonna say is that he does now have the #1 selling album of 2018. That album, yeah, or the fastest, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, I was say.
No, real talk. It might is either one or the other or both. Because I believe the album's been out since some midway through this week or midway through last week. It only had 2 or 3 or 4 days, something like that. I'm not 100% sure to accrue its week's worth of stuff and then make Billboard the next week. And I believe Travis Scott's Astroworld was the #1 doing. It was like 60 something. It was like 69K with something, and within 2 days or 3 days, something like that, 6ix9ine already put up 70,000. Like he put up 70,000 in like 2 days, and so they already declared it like the fastest selling album of 2019. 18 tripping. Sheesh.
Dummy boy.
I mean, that's what he was gonna do. Like I that's what his plan was anyway. And I saw Charlamagne talk about that. Like, when you think about it, it means something, but it really doesn't mean anything because his 10 for 10 or 11 for 11, I forget, it was one of the two. Charlamagne talked about how he was like, yo, some of those might have been like number 90, and the other might be like number 74. Like, so yeah, you made the Billboard Hot 100, but like when he talked about being the king of New York and against like Cardi B and stuff like that, Cardi B's putting out #1s.
Right.
She's not putting out number 75, number 83, number this stuff like that. Like he's putting out #1 hits.
But somebody like 6ix9ine, you know, we talked about it before on the last episodes that was just something that he just needed for himself. He used that Billboard, you know what I'm saying, just to try to put himself on a pedestal. But like somebody like Charlamagne was the perfect person to kind of put him in his place and say like, hey bro, like anybody can make the Billboard, you know what I'm saying, like
right.
you really would be the king, or you really would have more to like
your
talk
name.
about, as far as your name, if you was up in the top 10 or #1 every single time, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I believe some of the only ones like he was in the very top with was like when he did Fifi with Nicki Minaj. What was another one?
I can't name.
I can't tell you.
Forget. He did a. It was another big feature, but I forget. But yeah, let's go ahead and get off of that. Next Friday drop was Lil Baby's Street Gossip. Damn, don't make it seem like it was bad.
I thought she was gonna say something else.
No, I was waiting on somebody to
I got
piggyback.
You, right. Nah, Lil Baby album was good. It's not a highly anticipated or a great album. One of his top albums.
I thought it was pretty anticipated.
No, bro. It didn't have as much. It didn't have.
Nah, bro.
It didn't have as much buzz as I think an album should have. If you want this to be your
Baby's or Yachty's last album didn't do that.
No.
You want to know why?
Because people don't care.
They shouldn't have dropped it.
Dropped too much.
Well, Nothing to Prove wasn't that bad. Like I feel like their music is very
okay. Yeah, Yachty. I'm talking about Baby.
Okay.
Baby has been ringing too long for.
But Baby's
right now.
Baby's like without like I'm not. No, I was gonna say obviously, but I didn't mean to say obviously. It seems as if. Not with the numbers wise, but you know, as it pertains to like popularity in music,
his name, right?
Baby really might have been the hottest rapper of the year.
One of them, without a doubt. I swear, yeah. He dropped three projects.
A collab.
Well, including the collab.
Okay.
Two tapes of albums, whatever. Then the Gunna tape.
I say definitely top 5 rapper of the year, like hottest rapper.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Some new rappers. He's probably like not 6ix9ine.
It's 6ix9ine, Young Boy, Lil Baby.
Well, Young Boy was buzzing last year, so I wouldn't say.
Okay.
And Young Boy didn't have a big year this year.
I say Gunna too. You gotta throw Gunna.
You gotta go throw Gunna in that joint.
Juice.
Okay, Juice.
Baby.
6ix9ine,
6ix9ine,
Gunna,
Trip. That's it.
Yep.
New artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like the album was good. I wouldn't say it's great. Of course, you got your Gunna feature there, and that leads me into I've seen on Twitter he's saying that before y'all go crazy and y'all.
I already know what you about to say.
Yeah, so
I don't know what he's about to say.
They compared him. They were like called them what Outkast.
Mm-hmm.
So like Baby and Gunna together are Outkast, but they're not a group.
Who the hell said that?
Bro, what didn't I just tell this nigga?
This is just Twitter, bro. Just Twitter.
It's just Twitter talk. Like when he's saying people calling them that, and then
Twitter is a cesspool.
I'm not saying
Twitter is a pool full of shit.
I'm not saying that they are that, but they are a good 1-2 combo, and I've said that before.
Yeah. Just to talk about the tape. It was straight.
Can we backpedal just a second?
Okay, go ahead. Now I finish. Cause I already knew you should have waited. You already knew how Ron was gonna react to that.
But I'm saying they're not Outcasts at all.
No,
but they are great on
But the
every
fact
track.
that your sentences are blasphemous right now.
No, that's
No, the fact that you're even saying Outcast is this, and this, but no,
I think they were just saying as
Bro,
far as like
it's
the
on Twitter.
1-2 punch, bro.
ain't no 1-2 punch though.
What?
I'm saying
Like
between
Outcast
them,
like a 6-7 punch, like in they 1-2. Like I can't.
They never look familiar.
I know. I don't agree. I wouldn't dare disrespect three
No,
I
stacks.
wouldn't dare even put their names in the same sentence.
Without a doubt.
Why?
I'm trying to find a little tweet.
People just, bro, these days, people say anything, they compare anybody.
Look.
They get a group. It was just
And
easy
your
to
ass
say.
would have favored it.
No, I quoted it. I said they're not Outcasts, but they're a good 1-2 combo.
Lil Baby thinks it's great. People compare him and if I was Lil Baby, yeah, I would. I definitely see it as a great compliment. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm just saying they're a good 1-2 punch
No.
because you
Yeah.
always got a Gunna.
But this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna ask. And I know you didn't say this. You didn't say this, Kari. And this is gonna shut it down within itself. If that was the thing, which one of them niggas is 3K?
I'm not answering that question.
Which one is Andre 3000? Which one of them niggas is Andre 3000?
Gunna.
That is smoking bullshit.
Baby.
I would say Baby, but this is crazy that
But
for
I don't
you.
even want to talk about
This
this
is
shit, bro.
disgusting.
I really like don't. But if we had to, just as far as not because they totally different, but
Right.
just who's the best or who could separate themselves like Andre did, I'd say Baby.
Man, no.
I don't know. But as far as street gossip goes, nah, but as far as the album goes, bro, like it was not one of my favorite. Just let it go, bro. It's gonna hurt you.
Why would you bring that up?
It's not one of my favorite
Mental.
Baby tapes. I like a couple of songs.
This nigga done fucked the day up.
Sick to my stomach.
No, I was about to say my stomach it turned upside down. Fucking with hop.
I like the harder, or the too harder than ever, like trilogy, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
I like those better than I like street gossip.
The Chastise on Street Gossip, yo, that was hard.
Yeah, that
as
was
fuck.
hard. Section 8,
Word on the Street.
Word on the Street. Even the one with Gunna Ready, that one is straight.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I was fucking with it, but like,
Yeah,
The first song, Global, was good.
Yeah, I mess with it, bro, but it ain't.
It's
I
not
ain't-
top notch.
I say, yeah, I need to give it a couple more listens just
Yeah.
because I always say, like, I give my opinion on this show, and then by the time it come next week, I'll be like, damn, that shit is fire.
Yeah, I be feeling totally different too.
It's
But
just it's a good album, bro.
Their music is just like QC's and a lot of other artists nowadays. Like, they make so much music nowadays, it's just disposable. Like 6 months later, I'll be like, damn, I forgot they dropped that album 6 months ago, and they dropped that other one 4 months ago, and they just dropped this one too,
Do you
and they
think
dropped
it'd be
one today.
weeks. It'd be weeks for me. I'd be like in 2-3 weeks, I'm probably not even gonna listen to
I mean,
this.
like, hey, what was you about to say?
I was gonna say, do y'all think, not even from a QC standpoint, but overall, too much music is being dropped?
Yes, absolutely. Just like I said, like, music is so disposable, like, right now, to where, like, an album can drop like 1 month ago. Like I listened to it now, but I just talked about it with y'all in a group message. You had to tell me, like, you was gonna go re-listen to World on Drugs. Like, it just dropped.
Right.
No, like you're not circulating that music no more. Like I am just by choice.
Right.
Yep.
So
Disposable as fuck.
Because you got to think about it. Didn't Michael Jackson sit on the album for like 3 years?
Man, Michael Jackson, like, just because I think I know his timelines, like, all right, I'm pretty sure if he was either 82, 83, 84, Thriller. Man, Bad didn't drop till like 87, 88.
Yeah, about 3,
Dangerous
4
didn't
years.
drop till like 92 after that.
And like that's just a blueprint. Like back in the day, they used to let music sit. You gonna listen to this music because it ain't no other music you can listen to.
Right.
And I'm gonna get my numbers and I'm gonna get my check. Now niggas is okay with just doing 50, 60.
Well, at the same time, it's because like back then there were not like there weren't a whole lot of people making music, but like yeah, and like there was like nowadays we have such access to get on Amazon or this and that and buy the equipment to make music, and
Right.
we have an internet to put it out, and everybody can just listen to anybody they want. Back then they listened to who the record labels put out and who got put on TV and shit because they didn't have no internet.
I think we need to start filtering what's able to be posted on the major streaming things, and then like if you want to just drop your little toy around music on SoundCloud and my mixtapes and stuff, you can handle that. But Apple Music, you drop the major projects and don't let so much be dropped.
Or we could just get rid of the internet and go
I
back
feel
to
like
CDs and
that.
shit.
Sheesh.
People would just they would feel like that would be messing with their money if they had to filter what they want to drop on
Right.
whatever platform. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's why they doing it, because they getting money off of
And they
this
getting to drop whatever they want.
anytime they want. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And it's smart for them, but it's just not that great for the consumer because we're the ones that have to take in all of this music. But for them, they know, damn, I'm so hot right now. I could drop an album every week and get $1 million off of it.
Right.
And that's what they do. Like every other month, I got a tape coming out.
And it
I'm
makes me
working on a new
think.
one.
I saw something on Twitter too. Lil Uzi's fans are
Oh, and I'm gonna get to some in a second. Yeah, let's get it.
They going nuts because Uzi hasn't dropped in like 1.5 years or longer, and his fans are mad.
They can't be.
And it's like, bro, like
He mad too, though.
I love that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
He
as
mad
far as
too,
my
though.
favorite artists, like I wouldn't want my favorite artist to drop 3 tapes in a month.
I wouldn't either.
I mean, in a year.
Yeah, it's too much.
Like,
Like-
I don't like it.
But Uzi, he hate that shit too, though. Like,
I mean,
cause
yeah, I know.
he didn't. I know he's signed to Atlantic Records now, but like he trapped. Like he not in the 360 or nothing like that. He getting bread. Like he's right now. Him and Cardi on Atlantic. They them niggas. But you know, Uzi is known for dropping like great mixtapes and a lot of mixtapes. And when he signed, like, and that's with any artist, when they sign, like those mixtapes are done. You drop
Gotta
albums
do
now,
albums.
Right.
and like they not letting him put out like until it's time to roll your album out. No singles. Like don't drop no singles.
Right.
Like you're not dropping nothing until it's time to push his album out. And he was like, that's when he got into it. That's why him and Rich the Kid aren't cool no more because he was on Twitter talking about how he doesn't fuck with his label no more, and he was like, never signed to blah 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 blah. And Rich the Kid was like, well, you could sign to me, Rich Forever. And he was like, what the fuck? No, like why would I sign to it? They was like, never signed to an artist or a producer or something like that. And he was like, nigga, sign to Rich Forever. And he was like, nigga, didn't I just say I wouldn't sign to an artist?
Right. I don't know. It's too much going on.
But yeah, another thing I was gonna say, and I said I was gonna get to that before, and that's why I got happy, because that you cannot compare Outkast to Gunna and Baby, and that was just what we was talking about because 3K got mad and he went off a couple of years ago on a lot of the new rappers because it's the same thing what I was saying, the music's disposable. Because he was like, yo, none of these niggas is about their craft no more. None of these niggas is about their art. They just want money. Like, and that's why they just pushing out so much music. Like, he was like, 95% of the rappers in this game, he was like, they not real. He was like, they really just want money. None of these people are about their music. That's the separation for me and them. Like, yes, right, because I know Lil Baby didn't even want to rap. I swear to God, that's his story.
His story, yeah, he got on overnight. literally.
And I
got out and then
yeah, and I don't know Gunna's story or nothing like that, but now them Outkast, them two niggas with rap dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They put their city on. You know what I'm saying?
I think they the greatest. They're the greatest rap group of all time.
Interesting.
I'm trying to think of groups. I mean, I would probably agree.
Well, you got NWA, Outkast.
Well, I would say Outkast and a Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest.
That's a good one.
Other than that, that's when it starts falling in the NWA.
Right.
I
don't even.
I can't even think of
no more.
NWA, Public Enemy, Migos. One day Migos' name is gonna get to sit with them niggas. It's gonna take some time after they retire.
The name will probably sit higher.
You drunk with numbers, they will. If I say with numbers, they will. They ain't gonna sit higher than no Outkast.
Just because of how they've been able to cross over.
Nah, I don't think so.
Nah.
Alright.
Outkast, like I'm telling you, that same shit we talked about a couple weeks ago with Lauryn Hill being one of the only two artists to ever win a Grammy for Best Album. Only other one was Outkast. Like them niggas crossed. That hey y'all, all that. Them niggas crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Like cross-dressed. No, I'm just fine.
Relax.
I'm just fine. Earl Sweatshirt, some rap songs dropped on Friday. I'll say go check that out. I like Earl Sweatshirt, but I haven't finished the album. But I know he got under his sleeve, so I'll say go check that out. But we'll go ahead and go to singles.
Pulley.
Yeah, Offset.
Give me that back.
Offset over this weekend he dropped a new track called Red Room. I was beginning to believe it would be the leading single from his album. I was wondering why he was dropping it this early. I figured it would drop maybe this week or like at the end of this week,
right?
Because his album is dropping next Friday. But how y'all feel about? I know y'all heard Red Room before it got pulled.
It was a great song to me. You know, it definitely showed his versatility and him being on our song by himself with the verse and the hook. It's it was a good tease for the album coming up, and I'm ready to see what he got for me.
Who was the producer? I can't remember. Was it Metro?
Yeah, it was Metro.
Yeah, it was Metro. Okay. I liked it, bro. But I only got to hear it like once or twice, and then I really wouldn't listen to it because I was like, I'm gonna get to it later. And when I tried to get back to it later, it was snatched.
Yeah, because he did pull the song once. He dropped it on Friday, but within sometime on Saturday, I believe it was pulled.
Gone.
But I really like that, like the song, just because it was showing to me that if this is what's gonna be on the album, he's not talking about. Now he might have had some references in there about jewelry and stuff like that, but this was I'm praying to the Lord. This he was talking about wrecking the vehicle, how he could smell the gas as soon as he wrecked it. He was talking about like life instances. Like if he's gonna talk about his life and he's gonna talk about stuff like that, I'm thinking it's gonna be a great album. I don't want to hear about the Protect. I don't want to hear about I don't want to hear about kicking the dough.
AP.
He said y'all not gonna get that.
Like well I can hear about the bando because that's where you from. But like the drip. I don't want to hear about the drip. I don't want to hear about the sauce, the flash. I want to hear about the diamonds, the chain, the tennis, the wrist. I don't want to hear about the 80 on the wrist. I don't want to hear about the bust down.
I could really, bro. Like I wish I could just do somebody's ad libs, bro. Like
I got you, bro. We gonna get in the stew.
I bet. Like I'll kill some ad libs.
Whoa.
Ice.
Yeah. Flipping and dipping it down.
Whip it up, dope.
Are you done?
Chef, I've been cooking it down.
Alright, Kodak Black dropped Spirits Calling. He dropped Spirits Calling.
Calling My Spirit.
Kodak Black dropped Calling My Spirits over this weekend.
Great song.
Did he drop the song and the video, or did he just drop the video?
Both.
Okay, yeah, the song and the video. Kodak. Every episode.
Slow down.
Nah, but Kodak has been on it. Like his features. This is a solo track, but he been on it. I think.
Great song.
His lyrics has really been on it. I think this song was really, really great. The video was live too.
Right. I almost. Oh, go ahead, Corey. You got it.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Go ahead. I got you. Yeah.
I was starting to lose hope in Kodak. You know, some of the stuff that he was dropping. I was like, okay, buddy, you just know, you sounding a little, little off to me, dog. But with his ZZ, I mean, what he has ZZ, right? I didn't know what all that Fifi, Kiki, Wee Wee. With his ZZ verse, I was like, okay. And then with this Call in My Spirit, I was like, all right, you back on.
So, bro, it was about like maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm riding in the car and my music always shuffles like everything that I have, and I just started hearing like a bunch of Kodak songs, a bunch of old Kodak songs, and it just made me realize why I like Kodak so much in the first place. I wouldn't say I thought he was falling off. I just felt like whatever he dropped next had to bang, and it was going to. Like my spirits was high as far as like whenever he decided to drop his next tape, and like we just talked about the other day, you know what I'm saying, the ZZ, we both was, I mean, all three of us was like, man, that's really a good song. After listening to it more and more, and we talked about it before when it first dropped, like they didn't even like the song. When Kodak said he didn't even like it,
right?
But it's really a great song. What you gonna listen to it? But this Call in My Spirit, bro, made me feel like some old Kodak. I was loving it. Like, y'all know the dude the white boy that be playing the guitar,
the little ukulele,
yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
what's his name? I can't think of his name, but
I don't know it.
Yeah, I know it, but it's just slipping my mind. But
he did a song with Kodak.
Yeah,
bro.
the one. Y'all seen the video on Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Kodak was feeling it. Like he almost started crying. I feel like this song was kind of like on that same flow, that same level. Like he just coming from the heart, and I hope he continue to come from the heart on the album when it drops. It's gonna sound like that old Kodak.
I feel like he back on. I feel like his next album is gonna be pretty good.
He gonna get back in his lane.
It's dropping this Friday, I believe. Right?
Next.
Oh, I thought it was the 7th. Yeah, it's the 14th. I'm tripping. It's dropping next Friday. But I knew he was gonna be back on. He's getting promo real well by his label. He had that first single feature with Bruno Mars and Gucci that dropped.
Yeah, that one was hard too.
Yeah,
that one was real hard.
Yeah, that was his first feature back, and that's when I was like, yeah, he owned it.
Dang.
Then what was the second one we was talking about that dropped?
What you mean?
ZZ. Yeah, and ZZ. A lot of people said it flopped. Not flopped, but it didn't do what it's supposed to do. I'll say I do think the beat was a little harder than the lyrics, but it grew on me.
Right. When you sit down and break it down.
It's hard as hell. His verse was always hard. I just didn't feel like Travis Scott was the person to be on the hook. But
he didn't need to be on the song.
Well, he was only on the hook.
Yeah, no, he didn't need to be on it.
That's what I was saying. It's somebody else be on the hook.
Who would you have put on the hook?
I said somebody at the beginning, but hold on. I had somebody. Let me think. I don't know if it was Tori or Chris.
Oh yeah, I think I do remember you saying that.
But let me.
I think I remember you saying
that.
No.
It had to be Chris because remember the Tiger. You mixed it with the Tiger joint. And Chris
Tiger. That's what it was. I said he needed Tiger on it because when Taste came out, I was like, oh, that's a Tiger type beat when I heard the ZZ beat. Yeah. But that's what I said. Tiger should have been the one that was on that hook. That song would have been a killer. It was #1 platinum record. It already is a platinum record.
Right, but yeah, I get what you're saying for sure.
But that came out, and this Calling My Spirits is it's great, and I think it's all three of those. Well, the first one was just it was a feature, but those two, those are already straight lineups for his album.
Right, they definitely. And
ZZ the lead single for his album, for sure. Yeah. But
it's gonna take me some time to listen to Kodak album just because I can't listen to a straight Kodak.
Well, for real, bro. Kodak really go hard, bro. Yeah. Like, y'all had asked me like a while back, as far as like, cause I mean Kodak has been in the game
a
couple years now, but he's still young. And I don't know why I just.
Oh, we talked about this I think over the weekend.
Yeah, like I would pick Kodak as being the young rapper.
Mm-hmm. To stick around.
Yeah.
To be the best young rapper ever, bro. Like, for real.
And that's what I told Kari, like that crop. I think that crop that came in before this last new people. Like you know, like this last crop was Pump, Trippy, Juice.
Cause Kodak really been on since we was in high school.
Yeah, and then I'm saying that crop before that was like Kodak, Yachty. Who else was on that 2016 XXL?
Uzi was on there.
Uzi. Those people are gonna be the ones. And Uzi, I'm thinking, even though he had a weird style that I did not think would work at first, like to stick around for a long time, he like fathered that emo rap generation. So he's got it. He's gonna stick around.
21 Savage is on there too.
21 Savage is going to stick around.
Yeah.
Next songs that came out, it was 2 songs actually that came out this week by Chance the Rapper. It was My Own Thing and The Man Who Has Everything.
They were good songs for Chance. I don't know what he's going through or what he's trying to build up, but even all his album covers for these singles that he's dropping chordplay into each other. So I mean, they were good. Chance the Rapper vibes. He's just kind of trying to put out music while he's working on an album, I guess.
I didn't get a chance to listen to these, bro, but I will say if it sounds like the last 2 that dropped, then I'm gonna like them.
Yeah, they're in the same boat.
Let me pull up the names of those.
You talking about the I Might Need Security ones?
I Might Need Security.
I really
mess with that one.
I will say, like, straight up, I think I respect Chance the Rapper's career more than any other rapper in this game.
Tell me why.
Why?
Because he got the Kanye influence.
No, not about Kanye at all.
Nah.
Out of everybody in the game, he's made it 150% the furthest no label. Like, he's literally reached the ceiling for rappers. Not that's not his ceiling, because he's got much further to go. Like, he's reached the ceiling for a rapper with no label. A rapper that hasn't had to move to New York or Hollywood to pursue his career. Somebody that doesn't drive this Bentley truck, this Lambo. That nigga still drives a Suburban. He's still nigga still lives in Chicago. Nigga is still putting on for his city. Nigga, until this next album that he's coming out with, hasn't even charged niggas for this album.
Right.
Like,
ain't been charging for his festivals. Is
still making bread. I don't know where he getting the bread from, but he making it. I think
he got deals.
He got
the hat.
Yeah, the hat. He got Kit Kat deals.
He got paid.
You know, he got the Kit Kat deal.
That hat, bro. He got so much money.
Yeah, for that. He made like what was
Millions.
like $4 or $6 million off of that, just off of the Chance 3 hats.
Yes.
Like,
for real.
And and that's what I'm saying. Like you don't like a lot of the niggas, like, they go out there and they blow their money on jewelry, this. My nigga has just as successful as a rap career as any of these other niggas out at home taking care of his lady and his child, about to get married.
He did get married. No, he about to.
Yeah, I just feel like he really, like, for a young nigga in his early 20s, moving real well for a rapper.
Most definitely, and he's happy with life. He's not, on no sad stuff. He
ain't got no deal. That's how them niggas be with deals.
Right.
Like, they be shut down.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. He is really in his own lane when it comes to just moving freely. And I feel like you said, it definitely shows with his personality, but I think it shows in his music as well. Like, he's very soulful, bro.
Right.
His production, bro. That's one thing I like about Chance. Like, he got really good songs. And I haven't too much listened to every, like, the old shit, like Acid Rap. Like, I've heard some of it, but I know like his fans say like that's the greatest and all that other stuff before that's the greatest. But like, Coloring Book was amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy. So like, and then even like the songs and all the other stuff he's been on, bro. He's really a good rapper.
Right. And Chance's thing, like, just because I saw his interview with Joe and all them, he was talking about how, like, yo, they were like, are you ever gonna drop another album? Like, are you dropping another album? Like, and that's the thing, like, he's not even worried about putting out his next album and stuff. Like, yo, he's really just focused on doing him, and when shit's lined up for him to drop that album, like, he's just genuine about everything. And I Might Need Security, when he dropped that, like, to be completely honest, for me, that's one of the top 5 singles of this year.
That nigga said, still in my bag like the fries at the
bottom.
bottom.
And he got so real with it, dude, that it was just crazy. Like, I really like real talk. Like, I got more respect for him than Kanye West.
The Jamie Foxx sample was amazing.
Yeah, just for his career and like in the route that he's trying to go with it. Like now,
amazing, bro. He's very creative, bro. Yeah.
He's not the type of person to let anybody stifle his creativity.
Right.
One of the reasons why I know he ain't signed, like he won all his masters. He talked about how, like, that's the type of stuff that when you die, your kids still get to make the money off of that. Like, he's really thinking. He's thinking about the stuff that I think he's 25 or 26. He's thinking about the stuff that other rappers that's 25 in this game right now are not worried about.
But it's crazy because there's rappers in the game that are trying to school the younger generation, like Jay-Z, like just, you know,
Cole,
the list
Chance,
goes on.
stuff like that.
He's 25.
They're telling these rappers that, hey, this is what you need to do. The blueprint is already laid out.
Right.
Any rapper can do what Chance is doing, but they don't do it.
They don't do it. They think they want to. I feel like rappers try to get to the money faster than they should, and you know, fast money isn't always good.
And this
money.
goes right back to what I said with Gunna Baby and Outkast, because he has a dream about being a rapper. That's his lot. Like, that's what he always wanted. It's not about that dollar to him. Like the other niggas, like getting to maybe Interscope or Def Jam or Rock or something like that,
right,
and getting signed is their goal. Making music for the people to hear was his goal.
Right.
And see, when you think about it that way, you can see like how rappers separate themselves.
And when you say it like that, and you think about it, you're like, yo, I can see it.
Yeah, and it's crazy because a lot of these new rappers, bro, like we talked about, just because of the generation that we in and the streaming and how the internet and all that, like you could just do anything, put it out.
Right.
A lot of these niggas, like you said, most of the time they just going for a deal, but most of them don't even want to be rappers.
They don't. They just want riches and they want fame.
They just make it, bro.
Right.
Like they drop a song
accident.
and they just make it.
Yes,
and now
bro.
they're a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy.
And just like I said, like the people that don't, like, that really, like, that are really going for their dream, like they not all out there like Kendrick. He ain't all out there like that.
Right.
Cole ain't all out there like that. Joey Badass ain't all out there like that. Chance the Rapper ain't all out there like that. Like they rap.
Right.
They not they superstars now, but like, nigga, they not pop stars. Like
right.
they rappers.
And
But
hey.
But yeah, lots of respect for Chance the Rapper. My own thing, the man who has everything. Check those out.
Right.
And if you ain't listened to I Might Need Security in the other albums, I mean, not
Definitely
the other albums,
go listen
the
to
other,
those.
yeah, the other songs he dropped this summer. I think he dropped 4 in a row. That's like, they hard.
Hard. Another single that dropped that is on the list.
Bleed, yeah,
she doesn't get a lot of love, so you know I like to show her some love, especially from being from New York. Bleed, Young M.A. dropped Bleed. I want to say Friday or Saturday.
I ain't heard it.
Yeah, it's a straight song. It's good. She dropped some visuals to it as well. So I mean, go give it a listen. She's working on a new album, she says, and stuff. So,
are you going out with Young and Mad or something?
No, I just feel like she's a slept on rapper because she a dyke.
Now we're gonna have to edit it.
That's what she. What do you mean?
She's a lesbian.
Alright. Go ahead, edit, bro.
Oh my god. No filter.
Alright, so. Damn, this nigga made me lose my train of thought. I don't even know how to go into it now. Alright, Drake's God's Plan has officially gone diamond, and it's marked now as the fastest selling single. Well, I'm sorry, the fastest selling single of all time. The fastest single to ever go diamond ever.
Yeah, it deserves it.
Crazy, bro.
He dropped that. He dropped that this year. It was this year.
Yeah. He didn't drop music. It was like from July to the end of 27 until Look Alive. Yeah, he didn't drop any music.
Yeah. But I will say I don't. I'm not really surprised. Well, I mean, I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that song blew up. The video
gave it the boost it needed.
You know what I'm saying? And then like Drake Drake always drops his music at the perfect time.
Yeah.
So like, the timing of it was just immaculate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my bad, but like I remember the video, like the
had a nigga
the
tear
money.
up.
He dropped like $900,000 on it.
Yeah, a lot of money, bro.
And it's so crazy, bro, because every year we do it. And we wasn't on the podcast talking about it last year. And I know a few years ago we was probably in the dorms talking about it. I know for sure I talked to you and Jones about it when we was in college about Drake and when he was dropping Hotline Bling and that kind of stuff. I was like, yo, Drake is in his prime. This is Drake's biggest year ever. And even though it might not seem like it right now, because we know he's had like bigger years as it pertains to maybe hotness and popularity or whatever, as it pertains to numbers, this is Drake's biggest year ever. I don't think Drake's ever put out 2 number ones in the same year. I don't think Drake's ever put out 2 number ones. And then all of a sudden, God's Plan goes number 1. Nice for What goes number 1. He goes diamond with God's Plan. And which was gonna bring me into another question of mine that I had that wasn't on here. Do you guys feel like, and I didn't think about it at first, but now I kinda maybe, I don't know. Do you guys feel like Pusha T ruined what could have potentially been Drake's greatest album?
No.
Ruined it?
Yeah, like ruined it.
I think it made his album better.
I was about to say, because he even said it himself, that whole little situation made him make songs that really turned out to be some of the best songs that was on the tape.
But do you think it would have been, even like without those songs, an entire different element of us hearing that Drake has a child? Like without that entire scandal, all of a sudden the song, like the album drops and we hear this new story about Drake's life from Drake.
I think he messed up Drake's year.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you think about it that way, I'm saying, do you think that Drake's this was a new story that Drake was opening up and about to tell us? And it kind of got like, Take Care was like this new heartbreak thing. This was that Drake was about to open up a brand new story to us, and it kind of got.
I mean, maybe, possibly, but I feel like it still did what it needed to do. Of course, if Drake would have been first to say it, I mean, feelings probably would have been different for a couple people, a couple magazine headlines and shit like that.
The songs would have did more numbers. It would have hit the Scorpion would have did higher numbers just because of the buzz.
The March 14 track, cause that's the one where he
March
said,
14 and
that would have blew up.
There was one on part 1.
Emotionless, was it that one?
Sandra's Road?
Yeah, I think it might have been Emotionless. He was like, I wasn't hiding from the world, hiding the world from my kid. I think it was Emotionless. But
those tracks would have did more numbers just because of the buzz, and people would have went.
Those would be those tracks with the stars on it,
right?
Yeah.
But like we said, it's Drake, so Drake still did what Drake does every single time he drops something. As you can see, God's Plan going fucking diamond. It's crazy.
And I know this sounds like crazy because I mean he's already in the seat, like he's the top, but as it pertains to next year and maybe the year after that, where do you see Drake's career going?
At some point, every mountain has a plateau. So I say he has another 2 or 3 more years before he starts to hit that plateau.
You think he can? Well, I'm not saying that he can't, but Kari. Now, what he said, like, do you think Drake has 2-3 years left in him?
Drake is never gonna plateau. Ever, bro.
Are you being serious?
I'm dead ass. Not no time soon. 2-3 years, you crazy. It'll be 10 years if Drake will stop rapping or stop making music before he plateaus. I promise you.
Yeah, and he said that in that little interview with LeBron at the shop. But that's why I think he's gonna go hard for about 2-3 more years.
I say longer than that, but I don't think he's gonna plateau like to a point where, like, this is Drake. You know what I'm saying? Drake's an artist, bro. He's not a rapper. He's not, you know what I'm saying. Drake makes music. So what he's doing now, he always crosses over. He does pop. You know what I'm saying. He goes on, hops on the track and speaks Spanish the whole time. Like Drake is never going to plateau.
A part of me wishes Drake would stop rapping
And just sing.
No, period. Like done.
Why?
Cause like, I don't know, bro. Like, and because Wayne was coming down off of his greatest rapper in the rap game thing when Drake was coming up. So as soon as Drake went, as soon as Lil Wayne went to jail and that stuff happened and Take Care drops everything, Drake literally becomes the best rapper in the game at that point.
Right.
Drake has literally been the best rapper in the game for like 8 and 9 years. I'm ready to see what rap has in store for the game next.
But who do you hand the torch off to?
It does not matter. Yeah, you might look crazy, but I'm saying it does not matter because damn, who's next? It don't matter if he's gonna be that the whole fucking time.
It's just the fact of the torch was handed off to Drake.
Yes, but let's get somebody else.
Okay, and who is that somebody else?
No, we don't have to determine that person right now. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, well, who do you feel like?
I don't know nobody. I'm not saying like I'm not saying like that. I'm saying like there's people that maybe could show promise. Like, but if there would have been no Drake after Wayne went to jail, it would have been the same. The spot's up for grabs. If Drake left right now, there isn't no one guy. The spot is up for grabs. That's what it is. Then when Drake leaves, it's really gonna be at the same time. That's why I want Drake to go, but at the same time I don't. I feel like it's gonna be a scary time for rap when Drake leave, because Drake really holds the last piece, I feel like, of what our generation holds on to of rap in the mainstream. Everything else in the mainstream is really not us no more. It's younger.
Right. Yeah.
It's like Juice WRLD is rap.
Yeah. I can see Drake taking on a more of a Jay-Z approach to things as far as like taking more time. I didn't realize since 2016. We talked about it before. Since 2016, Drake has dropped every year. Drake can go 2 years without dropping an album.
Right.
Not to say he doesn't make music in that time, but if Drake goes 2 years without giving us an album, I feel like the way you feel now would be different. I feel like because he's 2016, 2017, 2018, what I'm saying?
And I also feel different because if Drake goes 2 years without an album, somebody's gonna show. Somebody's gonna be that nigga.
Exactly.
Like somebody's going to be alright, and that's how I felt. And it sucks for, like, just because this 3 niggas. Like when Drake left, Migos became the thing in rap. Like, but you can't really decipher that. Like, I need one person. Like if that's what you want to say right now, Hop. If Drake were to leave the game, even though they're not separated, Migos becomes the number 1 spot of rap.
Right.
That's who becomes the number 1 seed of rap.
And that spot won't be held much longer.
Yeah, how much time you think they got left, huh?
No, like if Drake was to leave and Migos was to step up, they would feel pressure and they would keep dropping music.
I don't think they feel no pressure because they're gonna do that shit anyway.
Exactly. So now they'll do it at a even faster rate, and I don't want that.
Yeah, I think it would force them to step back. But yeah, like according to RIAA, which would be certifications for sales when your music goes gold, platinum, double, diamond, whatever. They have determined Drake is now the USA's best-selling artist of all time. He's sold over 220 million certified records in the United States of America, which is, I guess, going to bring a lot of controversy back up into the greatest talks. But for me, you have to separate the numbers between the art. But I don't know how y'all feel about it.
I feel the same way as you. I mean, but I'm a numbers person. Math, whatever. I'm a numbers person, so I'm always gonna look at the numbers as to justification for things. But definitely he has a spot in the conversation.
I'm kind of that person that sits like in the middle. Like, I like to bring numbers to the table. It's just like basketball discussion, like Kobe or Jordan or LeBron. You know what I'm saying? How many rings they got? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So music, who sold the most? So like, I have that argument, but also I like to have the argument as far as just music. Who really made better music? You know what I'm saying? Whose timing of the release of their music was better? Who had the best features? Who had the best production? So, because I know like the first person that just comes to my mind, we talking about this is just Michael Jackson, just right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? Just because of how many albums or records he sold or whatever. So like, when Drake is officially done, you know, that's going to be a talk, like Michael Jackson or Drake. And people, the argument is going to be there with Drake sold.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell them to shut the fucking
that's
fuck
what I'm
up.
saying. And that's what I'm saying. So like, I'm in the middle. Like,
bro, if somebody comes to me with that, I'll slap you in your mouth. Because Drake sold more than Michael Jackson, he's definitely not better than Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So like, nah. But I mean, it's cool. Like, props to Drake. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of an accomplishment, bro. But I mean, it just is what it is.
Right.
Yeah, and like that's the same thing. Like, and I know my pops would try to argue with me with something like this, like, because I see his point now and things like that. Because I'm starting to see, I'm 50-50 with it too. Because I'll always bring in like numbers. I'll bring in how many Grammys you done picked up. I'll bring in this. I'll bring in that. But at the same time, like, if somebody would say like, "Yo, he's just as big," like, "Yo, like, he's better than Tupac. Like, he sold more records than Tupac."
Whoa.
You gotta think about the audience. You gotta think about the fact that it was 90 this and it's 2018, and that millions on millions on millions of people are listening to rap. It's easier to access. It's easier to pay for.
Time span.
Yeah, it's easier. Yeah, it's easier to understand. It's not as hard to decipher the lyrics. It's catchier.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm not. But I'm saying, like, you gotta weigh every option.
Definitely.
Especially when you're doing like a greatest of all time. It's just because the numbers by itself, I'll put Drake in that top. I don't know what the top number is, but he's in the top.
Right.
But yeah, when it gets down to the best of the best of the best, you gotta really like go hard on like creativity, this, that. Well, I don't know where Drake sits in that, but I don't want to talk about this.
I'm just giving you information.
What day was this?
The 29th.
Yeah, on the 29th, like in 2005, Chris Brown dropped his debut album.
13 years ago. Wow. That nigga been in the game for a minute.
Talk about how long Chris Brown has lasted, or like.
Okay,
go
I
back.
can talk about that. I can talk about that.
Go
because
back
I definitely
to,
didn't want to talk about the album itself.
Yeah. Let's just talk about his career. Go back to when Chris Brown first came out, running and doing all that dancing on 106 Park, BET.
You're right. Now I'm glad you brought this up.
So now think about where he's at today. Did you see this happening? Did you see Chris Brown lasting this long?
I saw it lasting this long. I didn't see it going in this direction at all.
You didn't think he'd blow up like he did?
No, not like that. I thought he'd be Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Boy.
So the whole Rihanna thing detrimented the whole career.
Not just Rihanna. He had a lot of problems.
I think Rihanna and him, and I believe it goes more with our day and time than him taking more toward music pertaining to sex.
Right.
That and the Rihanna situation, I think, kind of drifted him from what could have been, I guess, that Justin Bieber-ish Michael Jackson. I think Justin Bieber's the same person that kind of fucked up his Michael Jackson-ish path.
Right.
Absolutely.
But yeah, from like when I was little, I always saw it like, yo, I always put people on like when they're singing, yo, are you good as Mike? Are you? And me growing up, it was Usher. And like until Chris came out, and I was like, yo, this nigga is that guy. Like,
right.
And when that happened, the Rihanna thing, I was like, yeah, damn, he's not gonna be able. Like, they're not gonna call him the greatest of all time no more. Like,
I thought he still had a chance just because, Michael Jackson had some slip ups and, things he had to deal with that the people didn't kind of agree with. But I think whenever Chris Brown got into dropping 40 song albums and everything like that, took away from the purity of the music and took away from the sentimental value of the music.
One thing I will say about that, Michael Jackson, his as far as like his turmoil that he had to deal with kind of happened like later on in his life,
latter days.
You know what I'm saying?
After the big music career,
yeah. So
it's
like
happened at Chris's peak.
Exactly,
right.
And then like
well,
I said,
not his
earlier,
peak, but he's
in the middle of his career basically.
Right.
But like not just the Rihanna, but like I don't know, he had a lot of run-ins with the law. He was on drugs, but like Chris Brown was on hard drugs.
Whenever he dyed his hair blonde, I knew for sure.
So like a lot of that derailed him, bro, obviously, but I feel like he still managed to be okay, like the way he is now, as far as like maturing.
Bro, that's
raising
somebody
his
I'd love
daughter.
to interview, dude. Like he got a hell of a career to talk about.
Absolutely, bro.
That's gonna be a hell of a biopic.
Almost definitely.
And I think that we were talking about it earlier with Meek Mill. For our generation, got chills thinking about it. He probably has, hands down, the greatest comeback story in music for our generation. Like, cause think about it, cause we were alive, we were very cognizant at that point.
Right.
We knew exactly what was going on with the Rihanna, Chris Brown situation, and we know how rock bottom his name was.
Right.
And think about how high his name is.
Yeah.
Like when you think about Chris Brown right now, yes, it might be in the top 10 things you think about when you think about him. It's not the first thing you think about when you think about Chris Brown anymore. It's not the first thing you think about when you think about Chris Brown anymore. He's literally completely, when you think about things, when he said like, yo, I was 19, that was in my past, that shit is literally in his past. Like, and I know his first album back, even though the album that flopped, Graffiti, in between all that stuff,
right,
it was really some good songs. It just it dropped the ball because he had poor buzz. But Fame, when he came back with Fame. Like it was like, damn. For me, like not that I didn't care or anything, like I was willing to let Chris Brown back, but in my head, like when it dropped, I was like, damn, did these niggas forget? Because like, yo, look at me now, like yeah, I remember, like that was like the lead.
Yeah, bro,
dude, it was ridiculous. I was like, yo, did everybody forget what happened? Like, and even then he wilded out a little, like over that album. Y'all remember he got on Good Morning America, he threw the chair through the window and stuff like that. But even then they kept letting it go. He came back hard, like still one of the greatest. Like I think he's the greatest dancer of this generation.
He's the closest to Mike in that dance.
Yeah, dancer. He's the closest to Mike it gets.
He's the closest to Mike, period, in my opinion.
Yeah, nobody's even touching Chris Brown, bro, right now.
Look.
No, bro, nobody wrong.
Well, with the singing, the dancing, and everything.
The singing.
I'm talking about dancing.
Y'all you are cutting up right now.
I'm talking about the package. I'm talking about the package.
You talking about the duo? Nah, even with the duo, you can kind of.
Who?
Ush.
Okay.
Usher can't dance like Chris Brown, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but
we seen that whenever they had Usher do the
prime Usher can definitely dance. I know he
can dance. He's not on Chris Brown. We saw that whenever he did
Chris
the
Brown
Michael
has more to
Jackson
offer. Chris Brown has more to offer. And when they did the Chris Brown, when they did the Michael Jackson tribute, it was 2009.
You was looking at Usher stuck.
It was 2009,
and Chris Brown still killed it. What you talking about?
That's what I'm saying, because Chris Brown's young, all that other shit. Like,
okay.
No, but take that Usher, take like a My Way Usher, like the Confessions Usher. Yeah. That's all right. Back then, Confessions, like when Confessions dropped, that's before niggas knew of Chris Brown. That's when niggas was like, hey, yo, this might be MJ.
But same thing with him, the controversy.
All right.
His controversy wasn't half as bad though.
I mean, yeah, but still, controversy itself. Who
has the better career?
Who had the better career?
Yeah.
Chris Brown. I mean, he has the more acclaimed career,
Right.
but the squeaky acclaimed career, Usher. And even though he had the little STD scandal, but that was fake.
Lady Bird.
But
Yeah.
no, I don't know who has a better career. I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough. Because if you want to say like who would have the best album, I'd pick Confessions before I picked any of Chris's albums except for Exclusive.
Wow.
Exclusive and Royalty. This is like that is cold. Like
Right.
it's cold for me.
I can accept that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's interesting. It also depends on what generations we're talking about and looking at.
Yeah, I'm a Usher guy. 8701. Confessions. Let's get it. But the last thing I wanted to talk is just because it's kind of funny to me. This past we could have went drop top on.
Oh my god!
That's like, nigga, we could have went sunroof on this bitch.
Me, bro.
3 years ago, this past week, Lil Wayne dropped No Ceilings 2. Let me get the track list real quick.
Don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the track list.
Don't.
I think I might have it.
Why?
Bro.
I don't know.
He could have kept this joint, bro.
I remember he did a Hotline Bling remix. This was the point where we were like, all right, Lil Wayne, stop getting on niggas tracks. Like, stop. We know you kill him. You didn't do this.
You killed yourself on this one. Shot yourself in the foot.
What's the checklist, bro?
Let me see. Bro, this is pitiful.
Shut up.
He did back to back. Drake's diss. He did a Fresh with Manny Fresh. My Name Is. Where You At? Where You At?
Future.
Yeah.
And Drake actually got on that one. Cross Me with Future and Yo Gotti. I'm Nice, Duck, Poppin'. He did a Jump Man. He tried to go over a lot of Drake tracks that didn't work. He did Plastic Bag, Hotline Bling, Diamonds Dancing. He did Big Wings, which is supposed to be like the Big Rings with Drake. He basically did every song on What a Time to Be Alive.
Bro, now that I think about it, I don't even remember listening to this.
Cause it sucked.
Yeah, I know.
So trash, bro.
I listened to.
I think it dropped Christmas last year. 3 years ago.
Yeah, something like that.
I remember.
No, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah, this ass.
Oh, this trash.
That shit crazy that it was only 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Bro, he was dropping a lot of bullshit. The Free Weezy album came before that. College Grove with 2 Chainz. Y'all wanted to hype that up. It was bullshit. Came after that.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you sure did.
I think the best thing he dropped in that
T-Wayne.
time.
I forgot that came out.
That was.
This was like 8 years old. They were supposed to drop T-Wayne so long ago.
That wasn't good.
Oh my god. It's still going? In Tune We Trust. Is this the one you dropped with that in the Mongolia?
Yeah.
I mean, I said Magnolia.
Magnolia.
You just mix a couple of letters around and you get the same shit.
Yeah, same thing. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that sucked too. D6 was solid.
I think D5 was better.
I think some of the songs on D5 was better. D6 Reloaded was the real good one.
Bro, I think Sorry for the Way 2 ate too, low key.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did, bro.
Sorry for the Way 2. Oh yeah, Sorry for the Way 2. I'm tripping.
That was 2015.
Sorry for the Way and Sorry for the Way 2 were good.
Good, yeah.
Nothing really beats to me. No Ceilings and Sorry for the Way and D. Is it
D5 was good, bro.
I think it was D4.
No, I'm talking about Drought 2. Drought 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, like Lil Wayne is the one. Like, I guess we just let it rock because he has an amazing discography, but he's really been fucking up.
He's just really pushing music now, bro.
He saved himself though with the
C5.
C5.
Look, this nigga.
It was good. It was great.
mean,
It was
I'm
great.
saying, like,
He didn't
yeah.
save himself.
Okay, you know what I mean. I'm saying as
Because-
far as like all that bullshit that he dropped.
Okay, you're right.
prior
He
to
did save
this.
himself. He did save himself because now when I look back, I think about the Carter 5. I don't think about this.
Right.
I didn't think about for the last 4 years he fucked off.
Yeah, I didn't even remember a lot of that stuff, bro.
Well, remember it.
Especially like the Collard Grove.
That's why it's on my mixtapes and not Apple Music, bro.
Sheesh.
No, that's because he didn't have a record deal.
He was trying to get out of one.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, bro. We had a good long show to talk about today.
What are we at?
Probably at least an hour 20.
We're at $1:21. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Damn. I hope y'all stay through this whole thing. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. We will be back every single week, Mondays for the past week in hip hop news, man. Just make sure y'all check us out. It's been Rise and Grind. Your boy Roderick.
Your boy Chef Javi checking in.
Your boy Kari.
All right.